Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel for another tarot pick a card reading. In today's reading we are diving into how are they viewing you. So this can be for any type of relationship, but we are just going to get things from their perspective, also see kind of what they're thinking about you and like what you might be thinking, and yeah, just kind of see what is going on in this relationship after that. So that being said though, get yourself into a receptive mode, and if you need to know how to do that, check out my video on how to pick a card using your intuition, which is always linked down below. Otherwise, we have our group 1, group 2, and group 3. I'll see you at your timestamps. Alrighty, group 1, let's get started with your tarot pick a card reading, all about how did they view you. So let's see what we have in store. We have our Oracle card for our archetype to show how they are viewing you, which is Pioneer. This is passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. We also have compulsive need to keep moving on. I'll put this over here. And then their energy is coming out under the Numinous and the 10th house. Alrighty, so and then for further energies on how they are seeing you right now, we have honeymoon and yes. Okay. So this is interesting because the positioning that we're seeing right away is very hopeful towards you. They're seeing you as having a lot of potential, and like in a good phase of your life. So it's kind of funny because I feel like this person, is somewhat jaded themselves with where they're going with things. So it's kind of like they're seeing in that opposite power of being someone who is a lot more ready to go, if that makes sense. Like, I think this person feels a little bit held back and like they're not sure of things, just in general, because this is their general energy that we're having come out for them. So there might be something here about them seeing you as having like a very entrepreneurial kind of spirit, especially compared to them, which the comparison is coming up a lot right here for some reason. So let's see though what how they are viewing you. Let me put these like this with the tarot. I feel like the tarot is really gonna give us some extra notes here. Alrighty, yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles to get us started. So there is that energy of like having things under control. I think they're seeing you as being very prosperous too. We do have the Hierophant, the Seven of Wands, and then let's get one more. The Four of Wands. Okay. So yeah, in a very stable energy. I don't know if you guys had just gotten married or something like that, because with the Hierophant that is kind of indicated, also with the Four of Wands. In some ways, shape, or form, this might be like you might be asking about a family member or something that you are not in contact with, and if you have recently gotten married or something or into a relationship, I feel like they're aware of this. Maybe they see you trying to keep that safe and protect that energy. But yeah, that is a strong message I'm getting for some of you here. If this is not like a family member that you've cut off or something like that, this could also be someone that is watching you online without you being aware of it. I feel like this is someone though that is like watching you have relationships with other people, and specifically also trying to keep other people out, because like I said, you're in this honeymoon phase of your life where you really are reaping rewards. You're going through a lot of good motions, I feel like, to protect yourself and to take really protective measures against people that could harm what you have created for yourself. You do seem to be someone that tries to stay out of the public eye at times, so I feel like this person doesn't have a ton of information other than like, you know, the happy moments that anybody would want to share, you know, to the public. So that's kind of what I'm getting here right away. This person, while they have a lot of I don't know, like you're distant from them, I guess is a good way to put it. Like your light is distant from them. So this person, while they might not have a clear view of you, it's like the sun peeking over the mountains, you know, like they are able to see that you are doing well for yourself. And like I said, maybe you have passed the hard parts of things. You've really gotten over the mountain. So let me get another layer here of tarot. Yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Wands. And the Fool. Okay, yeah. See how funny it is here too? We have kind of like the yellow that is on your energy more than their energy, like towards your energy. So that's what I was saying with like being kind of distant from them. I feel like no matter what you do or how much you hide, you might still be someone that your results are like in front of people. So I'm also thinking that too, maybe like this person is seeing you work a lot on your money, finding a lot of like success in that, just like an overall turn of fortune. I feel like you really aligned with your beliefs, and it's showing that you have taken a turn somehow. I feel like you've gotten things moving in the right direction. Maybe things that were once a problem to you are no longer problems in your life, and this person is seeing you have a lot of successful outcomes, basically. Like I really feel strongly that you're in some type of new relationship or some type of new phase in your life where you're able to spend a lot of time with people that you love and that you feel safe with. Because maybe, like I said, I'm just getting a vibe that this person wasn't someone that was always very safe, and you kept your distance from them for a reason. So it feels like that distance has paid off for you, and this person is almost recognizing that that you are making gains in your life and actually finding a lot of peace and stability in that. You know, I think it's like one of those biggest like let go and follow that like instinct that we're seeing here, because I think you've been a trailblazer in that sense of like I said, aligning with your beliefs and really following that path towards some freedom or sovereignty when it comes to like how you live your life and who you get to live it with. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, because maybe with this person, like I said, it was always like kind of hard work and it never really settled you. You know, it never felt like it was really getting off the ground is what I want to say. So I feel like this person is kind of looking at you with like a longing in a bit, but also maybe because they really didn't take, I don't know, they didn't take this opportunity of alignment seriously in their own life. So again, this person is a little envious, a little comparative, and is, I mean, mainly though, is just seeing you succeed, just seeing you be happy. And that, you know, it's interesting. Let me see here. Now this might be a mix too of their own feelings, because this is a little bit more relationship oriented with this deck. So we have passion. We also have solutions. And then we have stuck. And then we have receive. Okay. Oop, did I knock the frame? Just a wee. There we go. Okay. So with passion here, I feel like this person, like I was saying, like kind of wants what you have. And they feel very driven through seeing you as being a passionate person, because they're like, well, maybe if I did something different, like I could have that too. Also, I want to say too, maybe this could be a family member, like a sibling as well, that has a lot of, you know, equating energies with you, if you think about it, because siblings are always kind of in that rivalry energy. So that could be another possible person that this is too. We have solution though that came out with the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. So like I said, I think you found intuitive solutions to your problems. And like I said, intuitive, instinctual, like following your inner compass has been very good for you. And that's maybe what you're being seen as most passionate about. Maybe there's certain values that you are like, you know, these haven't gotten me far, but I'm not moving because I feel like there's something important here. Like I'm trying to think of a good example. Maybe like, I don't, like boundaries. Boundaries is a perfect example for this. So let's say like you have never really exercised any boundaries with someone. Maybe, you know, your family or somebody is always like kind of playing with your time and is like expecting you to drop everything you have going on to be there for them. And you finally are like intuitively like, you know what? No, I need to honor my priorities as I best see fit, and it's, it's not up to any other person to decide that. So maybe you start to hold more firmly on your boundaries, and this person is seeing you as, trying to find a solution to problems where you used to feel stuck and like defensive about those. I feel like I said, like there's something about being like hot and ready that we're seeing here at all times that this person used to view you in, but like is maybe recognizing that you felt really stuck in that energy. Maybe that you were not really receiving the kind of the appreciation that I feel like you deserved for that kind of behavior. So then you changed it, is how this person is seeing you as operating. So that's funny, because I feel like this person, like, they don't seem bitter to me necessarily, but they do seem like, what's the word for it? I don't know. They just seem like they have a little bit of like contempt, I guess. So let me see more of what we have going on here. How is person one's, well, how do I want to say this? How is the person for pile 1 viewing them? There we go. Words are hard. All right, we have table, hard work ahead. Chair filled, someone new is entering your life. Exactly, like I said, like there's somebody that has filled a spot, is what I want to say. Tree, affairs with your family. That's what I was saying too. This feels like a family member or somebody, maybe it was somebody you were married to or something of that nature. Whatever it may be, though, I am definitely, like I said, seeing you in more sovereignty. We have forest, which says muddled, unclear thinking. So that always makes me think of the phrase, like, not being able to see the forest for the trees. Or maybe it's the opposite, not being able to see the trees for the forest. I don't know. Either way, I feel like this person used to see you operate in the unit in a very particular way. I actually have this book. You know what? It's right here. I'll pull it over for you. So it's called Family Ties That Bind. And this is a very, very interesting book because it talks about family dynamics and how the way that, like, your birth order in your family compared to, your siblings and other placements and stuff like that, how that can, like, basically change how your personality operates. So what I'm saying with, like, the trees in the forest here is that I feel like this person, like I said, saw you operate in the unit in a very specific way. So they always thought that that is the route you were going to be going, and that's how things were going to go, basically. But like with Pioneer here, they're seeing you as doing something completely different. And it's confusing for them because they're used to the stability of how you would fill your position, so for you to change your position, that's really confusing to this person. Like I said, they're not bitter, but there's something about them that's like feeling like something's not right, but it gives me like a fixed sign feeling of like something's not right, where like this person might just have like a little like chip on their shoulder because what was right was not their solution or how they would have gone about the problem. So very interesting here. Let's see some thoughts here, what they think is going on with you. So this is in their mind. So when the cards say they, they're talking about you. So let's see. Alrighty. So we have, you were the best they ever had still. So if this is, like I said, like somebody that you were married to or something in that nature, that, could be taken in a lot of different ways, romantically and whatnot, sexually even. But if this is a family member, I feel like this is them thinking that like they are what helped you put your gave you the foundation to really like jump off of, is what I want to say. So let's see. We have your intuition is right. So again, they see you following a very intuitive radar and feeling very confident about it. They run out of fear. That's interesting. Yeah, because they think that you are afraid of, what your position is, because with them coming out as the 10th house and the numinous, I feel like this person has kind of an ominous energy towards roles and certain regulations and stuff like that. So they think that you are almost like not dutiful in the sense of like not wanting to partake in things in a certain position or role that they might deem is more important. But I feel like I said, like this is their perception of you, and while they're also seeing you living your best life, they're gonna blame you for running out of fear. You know what I mean? Like that shows that contempt a little bit, and just kind of thinking that you're not really dealing with things, even though you're dealing with things in literally the best way for you. And then we have, they are working towards you. So I think this person is thinking that you are like working towards like maybe their position is what I want to say, because that's the thing, is this person seems to have kind of like themselves on a pedestal where they think that like their word goes, what they say goes type of thing. So in a sense, it makes me think that, like I said, there's like this comparative energy and stuff, and it's like, well, you're trying to take my authority sort of energy. So they almost think that you are working towards what they have created for themselves. And it's interesting because, like I said, they're almost seeing you as doing a better job at it. So that's maybe why they look at it that way. But again, if this is like a parent dynamic or something like that, you know, eventually as we get older, we start to age into our different roles. So instead of being like the mom that has the grandma and then the daughter, you know, the mom becomes the matriarch, the grandmother, and like the roles shift, you know what I mean? So that can be kind of a really confusing and tough time for people, and that's what I'm sort of feeling is happening here. You're navigating life in a very different autonomous way, and I think that this person is, you know, filled with a lot of feelings about it and a lot of thoughts about it. And you know, while there is a part of them that knows that you're doing the right thing, you know, there's that ego that's coming through that's like, well, what about their roles and whatnot? So but yeah, that being said, group one, I hope this message resonated for you guys, and if it did, please make sure you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel, and you know, stay tuned for other readings. If you want to book a personal reading with me though, check out the link below as always to my snip feed. Otherwise, I'm gonna skedaddle, and I'll see you guys in a later video. Peace. Hey group two, let's get started with your tarot pick a card reading today, all about how this person on your mind is viewing you. So any relationship, whatever kind of comes through, we're gonna go with. So that being said, let's pull our oracle cards and see what's going on. So the way that they're viewing you is visionary, which says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, a willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. We also have selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. All right, and their energy is coming out under Chiron and Scorpio. And then what they're kind of seeing you with right now is Earth sign and Guardian. So, all right. I'm going to jump right into the tarot before I kind of make any assumptions here. There's definitely some strong feelings though coming right away. I'm feeling Scorpio and Aquarius energy right away as well. Sagittarius. Maybe Virgo as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because we have that Earth sign there too. Alrighty. Pile number two, how is their person viewing them? Queen of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. And the Ten of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Cups for me. You have the Magician, Ten of Cups, King of Swords, and Seven of Wands, or Six of Wands, sorry. Back of the deck is Seven of the Swords. Okay. So, right away, let's talk about this person just real quick. So, this person coming out with Scorpio and Chiron makes me feel like this person is in the energy, because this is their energy, so they're in the energy where they're feeling worried about betrayal. You know, Scorpio, Chiron is that energy of kind of always having, it's like quick instincts, you know, like if you're kind of scared in a situation, you're like looking around everywhere, like kind of expecting something to happen, or being kind of on guard. That's what this person is. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt, I want to say, because this person does seem to have fears about you, and fears, you know, that have nothing to do with you, but like you activate in them. So I know that's kind of an annoying message to hear, but right away, I just want that to make, or I want to make that clear to you so you don't, you know, take this too personally, because this person has interpersonal wounds that are oozing into this message. So the way that they're seeing you with the visionary coming out makes me think that you are a very imaginative person, but not in like a fake type of way. There's a part of you that is very like, you have an idea for stuff, and like I don't think you always verbalize it. I think you just act within it. There's something very like confident about your energy to this person, and like you always have kind of your chin up no matter what's going on or how things are, you know, how hard things are. Like I feel like there's something about you where you are always kind of ready to go, and ready in a sense of like, I mean, we have Earth sign and Guardian here too, so I feel like you will take care of business, and you always find help. I feel like when it comes to taking care of business, like you always find people that go along with what you want to do, or whatever your vision is, without even really, like I said, needing to say it. I think there's a big part of you that is very like nonchalant as well, about how you handle things. That's one thing too this person is noticing. But yeah, let's look at the tarot. So we have the Queen of Cups paired with the Magician. So this person, I feel like, is viewing you as being someone like deeply contemplative, but that, you know, you're deep in your energy. Like you feel yourself, you feel what you have going on and kind of what you want and desire. And in a very queen-like fashion, you do the attracting sort of things to get the support that you need. I feel like you're very good at kind of like setting your eyes on something and having it come to you without really having to ask. And that's something this person is aware of. It's funny because I think this person is someone that is very allured by you. You know, with the Scorpio Chiron, I think that that's what strikes the chord, you know, and makes them a little like wary, and concerned about your power, because with the Queen of Cups here and the Magician, I mean, you are very, very, very powerful in this person's eyes. You're able, like I said, with the Visionary too, to make things happen, and it almost seems like you don't put in that much effort to do it. Like you truly are just kind of sitting there, like making things appear for you in this person's eyes. Now, I don't think that's necessarily true. You know, hard work comes in a lot of different forms, and I think the way that you might do it could be very internal or very intellectual. So, you know, of course, this person is not going to see all the power and actual labor that might go into it, because it's more of an internal thing for you. But it does seem like this person sees you as having it kind of all, or access to it all, which is interesting. I think this person wants to be involved with you with the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, probably because they see that you have a really positive aura about you. Like I said, the people around you want to help you. You're always in a like a good space with people too, to this person, which is really funny because like I don't think this is necessarily true. You know, a lot of the bright lights in our life come after some darkness. So I feel like you have been through a lot of things, but you have come out on the other side really stable and strong, and very aware of like assessing situations in a way where you don't really need to get off your throne. So it's funny too, because with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this person might be able to view you in a working capacity. Also with the Three of Pentacles, I think there might be something that you do for yourself that is very stable and is constantly gaining fruits or something, or recognition as well, that you do put a lot of work into behind the scenes. With the King of Swords here, I feel like I don't know, you are very good at like saying like enough is enough, or when something is not enough. Like, but that's the thing, is that's not always like how you go about things. I think you're very good at just kind of sitting and letting people offer you what they're going to offer you, and then jumping when it feels right. So with the King of Swords here, I feel like you can be very methodical in that sense of like evaluating things. And you know, someone might come to you with a generally good offer, and any other person might be like, oh my God, that's a great offer. But like, there's something about you that is very keen to be like, no. Like, it's very funny. It's very like, it's seen as methodical and strategic, but it's really just intuitive. It's really just you knowing that you have resources, and just because you have all these resources doesn't mean you need to use them every single time you see them. It makes me think of like if you go into like your fridge and you see all this food to pick from, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna make like 8 different meals. Like, you don't have the capacity for that, and you're aware of your capacity. You know how to use yourself as a vessel when it comes to manifestation. And I feel like this person is seeing you as like, because like, that's all happening on an internal level. So from the outside it feels very strategic, very like cut and dry. Like, I feel like this person almost feels like you test them, and like you're testing them without them really even having the notes or any kind of idea on what the test is even about. But I feel like this person is kind of riding this wave as much as they can, like with the the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. I feel like they're riding this wave as much as they can, because again, you're a chill person. Like, you seem like you have it all under control, even if like you don't, like there's things going on and like you're really being burdened by stuff. I feel like choice can be a burden for you, or options can be a burden for you. Desires can be a burden for you. This is kind of giving me like Saturn and Aries, or like Saturn and Aquarius, or like Saturn in a masculine sign, where it's like there's a lot of things for you to kind of do that could be a big weight on you, but you persevere. And like, this person really admires you for that, but also is like wary. I just want to keep saying they're wary, but there's no reason to be wary. Everything I just said is like a positive kind of thing. So it's like their general emotions are kind of, contradicting their feelings about this situation. So maybe that, people are attracted to opposites a lot of the time, and people that kind of like fix their problems, quote unquote, or at least, they might not recognize it as that, but they might see it as like that inverse sort of way of going about things. So I don't know, it's funny because I feel like this person sees you as having kind of an answer to their problems, but in a way where it's kind of like evoking their problems to see that there's even answers. But I digress. Let's get some more cards here. Ooh. We have Beauty. Yeah, I think this person thinks that you are just so gorgeous, you're attractive, you're beautiful, you got everything going for you, and like, maybe that it's like pretty privilege. Sometimes that comes through in my readings. I feel like this pretty privilege energy. The Queen of Cups with the Magician and Beauty. I mean, that's pretty privilege for you. We have Misunderstood. It's funny because that came out where I was talking about, how much shit you had to go through in order to get to where you are now and to be where you are now. So I feel like this person does misunderstand the position in your life, because I think a lot of what you're doing is working with other people, and just that's what gets you this community and this sort of camaraderie around you. And I feel like this person doesn't necessarily understand that, because they have power struggles with people, in that context. We have Unfinished Business, and then we have Resistance. Interesting. So, okay, I feel like for a couple of you, or maybe more than a couple, but it just feels like there's a scenario here where this person didn't feel like they were measuring up. And like I said, it's that test energy. So this person really wanted to perform well, to do well, but for some reason they feel like they have left this situation undone. And they might see you as also feeling the same way, because like I said, I feel like you want this person to pass whatever test, and it's funny, they want to pass your test, but that's the power struggle that they're having. That's the resistance that they have, because they also don't like the idea of being tested, for whatever reason. But you are there's something like foolproof about your methods, I want to say, with the Visionary Earth Sign Guardian. I feel like you, how do I want to explain this? Like, the way that you go about things is not like, I have this hidden agenda, prove to me that your motives are otherwise. Like, that's not your mindset. That's how this person's mindset can be. Your mindset with stuff is more so like, I have like hunches, and like if they're real, or if they're valid, or if they're worthy of like going forward with, like, they're going to present themselves to me. So like, again, for manifesting, you know, if you're thinking about, oh, like I should get sushi today or whatever, but it's not like something like pressing, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, a sushi truck drives by. I don't know if that's even a thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like something like that where it's like, oh, like there's the opportunity, I'm going to take it. Like, so it, to you, it doesn't feel like unfinished business. Like it doesn't feel like you're leaving things open for like there's no need to study for this test. You know what I mean? Like you're just kind of looking to see like what works and what doesn't work. So it's not, I don't know, like you stop where the resistance is required, whereas this person is weird about that for some reason. I feel like resistance wakes up that wound of like a power battle to them. So it can be kind of like hard to see the good nature and goodwill of how you're operating, I want to say. So let's pull some more cards here. Clarify how pile 2's person is viewing them. We have Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. We have Mice, discord amongst friends and family. Wishbone, a wish is granted. And we have Coins, money will be coming to you. Okay, so with the Rabbit, again, they're seeing you as a highly like sexual person, and not necessarily because of how you act, but because of your beauty and who you are. Like you just could be a very generally appealing person, and like I said, have that pretty privilege. So I feel like they see you in that light. It's kind of funny too, because I think this person just sees you as getting a lot of attention. Like I said, you might struggle with options in the sense of you have too many, and like people don't understand your discernment process, because maybe any offer any other person would see and be like, oh yeah, that's perfect. Like you're, like I said, discerning about it. And there's something where you're like, I don't know. Like you just don't always play that game. You don't go for scraps too, is another thing with the Mice here, I want to say. So like your friends and the family members that you're around, like they're not people that give you scraps, or that don't, you know, really enhance your life in any way. Like you try to make yourself follow the path of good fortune when it comes to interacting with people. Whereas like I think this person, like I said, their mindset a lot of the time is like, oh, this person might hurt me, so I'm going to get even closer to them and see like how that is going to happen, and like kind of try to scoop them before it's happened. But the thing about you is that I feel like you just kind of operate with this sort of optimism to this person that it's like they don't understand. I want to clarify that Mice energy really quick. We have Stork, news of a birth or new business opportunity. Interesting. You know, I feel like this person is seeing you as really working on making gains and being successful at it. They might perhaps worry that you have, I don't know, like other options to pick from, because options keeps kind of coming up here again. But like, I don't know exactly. Maybe they think that you have some type of like family situation going on. Let me pull more of like their channeled thoughts, because I feel like that will clarify that message better for me, because it's not really making sense at this moment. So what are they thinking you are thinking? All right. We have, they think about you on loop. Interesting. So they think that you're also involved with this power battle with them. And maybe that you struggle with close relationships like they do. We have better than expected. Again, you're very optimistic in their eyes. They want to fully commit to you. And they look at old pictures or videos of you. Okay, one more card here. The Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like this person is worried about giving you scraps or getting scraps from you. Like either or. Because I think that they see you as being someone that is really like giving of your time and energy, but also has this reservedness to you that's not necessarily telling of what the intention is. So they think that you have good intentions, but also they worry about like things not going according to plan, or you just kind of making some sort of decision without them that changes things. Maybe about like who you're around and whatnot. Like I think this person almost thinks that the people in your life that do give you stuff, that you are just taking that because you can't, like, it, there's something about this person almost wanting to deny your selectivity because they don't understand it. So I feel like you have this good intention about just taking what you feel like is rightfully offered to you in this kind of divine attraction sort of way. And I think people don't, like, I just feel like this person doesn't necessarily understand what that kind of commitment to, you know, your path looks like and like your vision looks like. So I think that is a little wary to them. It's just a different kind of belief that you have though than this person, a different kind of value maybe. But it's hard to say value because I don't think this person's even really looking at their values. I think they're kind of stuck in their worries and fears. But they see you doing good with what you have going on. So it's like they, you know, the little things that they try to like find as a problem, like that mouse energy, for example, like that was making me kind of confused because I'm like, this has no place here. And so maybe this person feels like they have no place here, or like I said, this like minimal behavior doesn't have any place here. So yeah, I hope that resonated for you though, group 2. If you like this reading and it did resonate, please give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel for more intuitively channeled messages from me. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the link below as always to my snip feed. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in a later reading. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, group 3. Let's get started with your tarot pick a card reading, all about what this person, well, how this person on your mind is viewing you. So we are going to dive into some of their thoughts, like what they think you are thinking, as well as kind of their position overall in this relationship and how their lens might be affecting how they view you, all sorts of stuff. So let's dive in. We have our archetype for how they're viewing you as Samaritan. It says refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And we have exacting appreciation and recognition for help you offer. Put this over here. And their energy is coming out as conjunction in Uranus. And then we have the energies that they're seeing you in as well as air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Alrighty, I'm going to pull some tarot and we can get right into it. Right away, this person feels very interested in you. I don't know if you guys are in this, like a similar friend group or involved in the community in similar ways, like just knowing each other or something like this. But this person seems to see you in high standing, and also maybe also have a high standing. Let's see. How are they viewing pile 3? We got the Queen of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 8 of Cups. Let's clarify another layer here. Clarify the Queen of Swords, 2 of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, back of the deck we have the Sun. All right. Okay, so this person, like I said, is quite attracted to you. I think, like I said, they have some kind of social standing as well as you. I do feel like this person is very logical, has, you know, maybe like a STEM field job or something like that, or business. Something though where they have to be very logical, very detached, very like observant of what is happening in a situation. That could be also a supervisor. With Samaritan, for how they're seeing you, they're seeing you as such a helpful person. Like, I mean, a good Samaritan, if we think of that, is someone that, you know, like it says in the card, goes after situations where it's not necessarily everyone's first instinct to help, but like you will help. I feel like you're just a very helpful person. With air sign and open your heart as well, you have an open heart. They're seeing you as being someone who is very friendly, very kind. I think you just have a good nature to you. I want to say you're very talkative too, so maybe this person and you have had a lot of conversations. Like I said, they are quite an intellectual person, so I find, or I should say, they find you appealing in that regard, because they're like, wow, like this person like is a smooth talker. And maybe you're not like a smooth talker, but like there's some people, like when they have such a good nature about them, a very empathetic nature, I could point out to, they can be very like, it's like they always know what to say. And like there's something about the way that you communicate to this person that really like opens their heart up. So I don't know if there's a romantic connection here. I would say so, probably, with the lovers, and the open your heart energy. So it's funny because I feel like they're viewing you as being a very good potential option for love. Probably, I mean, Samaritan to me is a very like good caretaker role. So, you know, when we're thinking of someone that we want to partner up with, a lot of the time it is that more caring, protective personality. So with the Queen of Swords here and the Two of Wands, not only do I feel like this is them, but I feel like this is how they see you, is like I said, being very intellectual, very detached, and very like pragmatic in how you view situations. I think you're very directed towards moving forward, moving past conflict, and you're always willing to be the one in the situation to settle things. With the Five of Wands and the Page of Swords, I don't know if you guys have had, like, you know, this is a general reading, so it's going to be various stages of a connection for someone here. But, you know, I feel like you guys have maybe gotten in conflict with this person, and you've always kept an open mind, trying to understand, like, how to sort things out, how to talk through things and stuff. Whereas I think this person can be a little bit more sharp and blunt and do things that are like, you know, like it's just a lot of energy all kind of concentrated in one area, whereas you're a little bit more evened out. Like you have this perspective that it has a little bit more consideration to it, and this person's aware of that. And like I said, maybe you're always the one to kind of get in the middle of things and teach people something. Like I feel like if this person acts a certain way, you will be the one to address it. You won't just let it slide, and not in a condemning way either. Like you're very much like open to hearing why someone acted like that, because maybe you just like to learn about human behavior, you know, especially when there's the nuanced rough patches or tensions and, you know, things that are more brooding underneath the surface. I feel like you can be very interested in that in like a loving, open-hearted sort of way. With the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles, I feel like, again, they're seeing you as a potential love opportunity for them, and it's helping them realize some certain behaviors that they have that are not as empowering as they could be. And this is kind of striking and alarming to this person. I feel like you've really thrown this person off the rocker in a lot of ways. And you know, I mean, it's funny because we have the Queen of Swords going into the Five of Wands, so there was some type of communication here that they're seeing you guys having, and it was maybe about where to go with this relationship, how to operate, like, you know, whether you guys are just friends and it was like, okay, like I have more feelings for you or something like that, or like there was a battle of wills in that regard of like them seeing your open-heartedness as an offer and you being like, well, wait a second, like I'm still figuring things out. And so that might have taken them off guard. Or also like it could have been like you having some kind of plan, like let's say you're already in a relationship with this person and you had some sort of plan about how the future was going to go, and this brought up a lot of questions and discourse with this person because maybe they thought things were going to go differently. You know, with Uranus in conjunction, I feel like this person has a pretty one-track mind with things, and you know, you're open to side tangents, which is funny. Like you're okay with kind of learning a different route to get somewhere, whereas this person is really like, nope, this is the route we have to take. And it kind of blows them up inside when they have a new perspective being offered to them. So I feel like that is something that happened here with you guys. With the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles, though, again, like for some reason, while that discourse might have like struck a chord in this person, it also made them realize a whole lot of the potential here, and made them see that there's a whole other path to situations that they didn't even really consider. You know, I feel like this person has been walking alone for quite some time, or walking, you know, I say walking alone, but I feel like they're walking amongst people, but they feel alone in that group. You know, there's a certain kind of singularity to this person that is not always the easiest to mesh with or work with. And it's not, you know, anything personal. I don't think that this person is like this just to you. I think that's just their personality. But, you know, I think they might see this, you know, position that you guys are in as being a very big opportunity for both of you. It feels like they're viewing this as a situation of like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I open my heart and, you know, do what is needed here? Or should I, am I better off in my singularity is kind of the question that I'm getting from this person right now when they're thinking of you, and how they view you as well. So maybe they're seeing you as being in this, like, I don't know if this is what is going to do it for me type energy. So let's get more clarifier cards here. We have empty. We have complete. We have love. Love with the lovers. Wow. And then we have limbo. Yeah, that's that should I stay or should I go energy that was coming out. So I feel like this person with empty and the Two of Wands with the Queen of Swords, I feel like they didn't really know what to expect from you. Because like I said, you're open to going off on side tangents. So that leaves you a lot of different ways to go about things. You know, I feel like you have open books. So you're kind of like free to plan things whenever and free to do things whenever. And I feel like that can really, I don't know how to explain it. Like it can kind of confuse this person because we have the complete with the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. So there's something here about like, because you have all these open routes, like they don't really know what the end goal is and how you're expecting to complete or fix certain things. Like to me, we see like these harvested flowers in a glass little vase here, and it doesn't seem like there's that much water in there. So something tells me here that like this person picked you or you picked them, and you put each other in this little container where you're like, okay, this is what's going to happen, whatever. But then you started, I mean, there's no, like I said, there's no water. So something wasn't able to grow. Something wasn't able to be nourished. Maybe because you guys didn't ever really discuss your plans, or maybe because you didn't have a plan. That is coming up here. It's coming up as like, well, maybe this is just not going to go anywhere. Maybe there is nothing to really nourish here, but it's like you picked the flowers because you thought they were beautiful. So you have to take the next step of putting emotion into it. And we're not really seeing any emotions here except for the Eight of Cups, which is the emotion of like overwhelm, needing to walk away, kind of a dissatisfaction with the current state of things. So, and that's what we're seeing come out with Limbo and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this person's most empowered way to act is just through erratically like deciding to be empowered, but that doesn't really change the love that they have for you. And that's why they're still in limbo with this decision of really to move on, or not even move on, like move forward too. Like they really are undecided. And I think they're viewing you as being in that same indecision. But they know that you both see love here. Like they both of you guys see potential. And so that's what's kind of confusing here. Let me pull some more cards. What deck do I want to use? Well, let's just go into this. Okay. All right. Clarify empty and complete for me. Clarify empty. We have Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Clarify empty. Wind chimes. Peace and harmony. Yeah, you know what? I feel like this is, and they're seeing you as being in a time of your life where you are just kind of going where the wind blows you. You know, like I said, your plans are open, empty, like your books are empty. You're okay to do with what is been made. You know, valleys are made from like glaciers coming through and making kind of those big divots. So it makes me feel like you are just going with what like you're going with what's happening around you. We think of Queen of Cups, which is like the ice queen sort of energy, which is funny because I talk about the glacier moving things forward. So it's like you have this deep inner motivation that is taking you wherever it goes. You know what I mean? So I think this person views you as someone that is very like just loose in that regard, but also very committed to the general cause. Let's clarify complete. We have teapot, which is deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Bird, perch, waiting for news, package, or letter. And then fire, strong emotion, passionate, love, or hate. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with the bird, teapot, fire, just like the whole line right there, basically, there is a lot of energy about your person seeing you as being someone that is maybe waiting for things to cool off. I feel like that you guys might have had a interesting relationships so far. Like I feel like you guys are trying to be friends because we have the teapot here and it's talking about friends of the same sex, but I feel like you guys were both operating in the same energy. So whether it was both being masculine, both being feminine, like there wasn't, I don't know. It feels like to me both masculine energies because like I said, you're seeing as being pretty confident here. And we also had the ice queen energy. So something here I feel like about this connection either like thawed you, like this connection either thaws you out and gets you moving in a direction or it like makes you ice cold, I feel like. And this is something that's very interesting to this person because I feel like they're waiting to see where you guys are at with maybe this issue that you're involved in. Because with complete, I feel like there's a part of them that thinks like this is just what it is, but they're also very aware that like they had a very good friendship with you. They were I don't know, like this person was almost waiting for an answer or solution to come to this. So maybe I think, like I said, they're either waiting to hear from you or know that you are waiting to hear from them about whatever this issue was. But I feel like there is some unresolved things going on here that they are interested in completing with you. Like they know that this is kind of a turn of events. It's not the end. Which is funny that complete would come out. Yeah, it's funny because we have also complicated here in the back of the deck and then we have separation. So maybe they thought like this. It's funny because the 5 of Wands does kind of depict this energy of, if we see here, of like fighting and chaos and stuff like that. And the 6 of Wands is what we have after that, which is more riding off having won. So the fact that that's not the energy that we're seeing here and that there's still conflict, I don't feel like this person felt like they won. And with it being a 5, you know that you're halfway through the journey, you're not actually there yet. So I feel like this person was maybe viewing you or the situation as like, oh, well, there was conflict, so now, you know, that answered the question, it's complete. Even though like you guys didn't ever really have the conversation in the beginning, you know, you were just going with the flow. And then so when whatever happened, they're like, oh, well, that was that. That's how they feel about it. But like, that's because this person is very like my way or the highway a lot of the time. So I don't think that was necessarily your intention. Like I said, like I feel like you guys were just kind of coming from the same sort of place, but not in like a very cohesive, complementary sort of way. Let's clarify the love energy here. And the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles. We have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. See, that's funny. We have 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. Do not be tempted to lower your standards with the flag. And door, opportunities are waiting for you. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Like this person, this almost feels like a story of like how this is going because the way that they're viewing you is also with this like reconciliation energy because we have flags. So it's like, don't lower your standards here. So maybe there was something here where like maybe that was the conflict here is you weren't trying to lower your standards. Maybe this person was only able to give you, you know, certain, I feel like they didn't take a very strong directive despite who they are as a person. Like they didn't really take you guys anywhere. You weren't really going anywhere specific. It was just kind of like I said, these little side tangents of good moments and fortune and stuff like that. But that somehow led to understanding your standards and understanding that, okay, there might need to be some improvements to this situation. Like, we can't just keep operating like this in like a frivolous sort of way. So I do feel like there's change coming in the wind, though, with this opportunity for the doors. And like I said, them just seeing you as an opportunity. I think they view you as being someone that has a good head on your shoulders, honestly, and like is kind of, you know, like you'll close the door when it's time to close the door, but it's never locked. Like, that's how I kind of feel here. Alrighty, let's clarify these last couple with the Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, and Limbo. We have gavel, involvement with the law. Yeah, like I said, I feel like and this makes me think of a probationary period where you know, maybe you walked away from this person, they walked away from you, whatever happened, some kind of needing to like set it down and put it on the back burner for a second. That was something where you guys just decided, like, if you were going to keep your heart open, that was something that you needed to do for this relationship, that they need to do for this relationship. We have butterfly, a change for the better. Exactly. Like, it was like, we need to figure out what we want. We need to figure out what our directives are, what our goals are. We need to have more of a plan. And we have scissors, disappointment in some affair. One more. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Okay, so yeah, I feel like the reason why things weren't working out here is because you both were kind of playing it safe and not doing not having the necessary conflict in order to make resolve to any kind of disagreements when it came to where you wanted to go. Because, you know, that's the thing, is when you're collaborating with someone, you need to find empowerment with the people you're collaborating with. Otherwise, you're kind of always going to be off on your own. And that's how I feel like this person has always operated. So they're seeing that not working out, and they're seeing it specifically not work out with you. So maybe this person has a very good feeling about like you in this relationship and like what it could be and could turn into with that wheel here. It's kind of like a snowball effect, I want to say. So whatever kind of judgment call was made is something that was like to set you guys straight, because the way you were interacting with each other was not being very understanding of the opportunity that both of you had. Because maybe your good heart was meant to lead certain areas and their logical mind was meant to lead some certain areas, you know. Like, there's it's almost like you guys doing too much of what you're used to and not enough of like what could really bridge the gap here, which is maybe being more like the other, more considerate of the other, in ways that, you know, put them in the mix. All right, we also have beginning, twin flame, heart wall, and control. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say this is giving twin flame vibes very hard, because I feel like I said, you guys are both powerful equals in your own right. And so for you guys to begin a twin flame journey, there has to be this heart wall that kind of hits. You know, the heart or the twin flame journey has a lot to do with separation and you know, coming together, coming apart, that sort of thing. So with the heart wall and control here, I feel like both of you guys are trying to maintain a sort of control over your heart and it's funny because you have an open heart and they're seeing you as having an open heart, but somehow there's control in your heart, maybe because of your lackadaisicalness or not having a directive. They're seeing that as maybe your way of having control over the situation. But, you know, I do feel like I said, this is the beginning of a twin flame sort of thing. So you guys are very much interested in each other and very much looking to see what the beginning of this could, or what this could be like. But you're in the very beginning stages of it, where, you know, there's a lot to assess and a lot to talk about too, because when you run into those hiccups, if you're not open to learning, you know, it can really pull you away and you won't see the opportunity. But sometimes, you know, we have to walk away to start again with fresh eyes on something that we've already gone through. So that is another thing that we're seeing here. All right, so let's get some messages here on how they are viewing you. Pile 3. Alrighty, we have, they want to be alone. Interesting. So this person, it's funny because they see that equal opportunity with you where you guys can both really like flourish here, but for some reason they think that you don't want them. You know, maybe they were just it was a side tangent sort of thing. We have things will change. We have they only want you. It's funny, even though they think you want to be alone, they also think that they are the kind of one for you. We have reconciliation. So again, yeah, if you guys are separated or something like that, this person is seeing an opportunity for you guys to make amends with whatever they didn't understand about the conflict in the past. And then we have just a little longer, less than 3 months. Okay, yeah, so that is your confirmation, guys. If they if one or both of you, whatever happened, like walked away from this, it feels like this person is looking to come back. They're viewing you through the eyes of more understanding and of trying to kind of gather what was missing before. And, you know, really be honest with themselves. Really, I think the world around them is kind of making them have to be honest about themselves because, like I said, if this person's constantly not meshing well with people, like that's not a other people problem. That's a them problem. So I feel like this person, that's why they see you with your open heart, because that's what they need for themselves. You know, Uranus energy is Aquarius energy, which opposes Leo, which is sun energy. So like you have that sunny side of you that this person really needs to take on and take in and understand for themselves. And I feel like they're starting to see your like looseness as being something better, you know, that's an open heart to them. Like I said, maybe the way that you communicate shows kind of a leisureness in how you're operating and where you're going and whatnot, that this person could really benefit from. I want to get one more actually. Yeah, we have they want to fully commit to you. So, okay, this person, they see you as wanting them. It's funny because I feel like all of these readings they've seen, they're kind of thinking of themselves in a high light when it comes to how you're thinking about them. So that's good at least. It feels like though that they feel like there is a chance here for a positive movement forward and for you guys to fully commit to each other and find a lot of satisfaction in what you decide is the right path together. So yeah, group 3, that is your message for you guys. I hope it resonated for you, and if it did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel for more intuitively channeled messages like this. If you want to book a personal reading with me, check out my link below as always to snip feed. Otherwise, I'm gonna skedaddle and I'll see you in a later video. Peace.